Thank you, sir.
Good evening, Coach. Unlucky results tonight. You had a lot of possession and could say you had a lot of chances. What do you think went wrong tonight?
What do I think? Sorry.
What do you think went wrong?
Wrong.
Yes. What could have been done better?
Well, obviously, it's an unusual situation and not the situation that we are looking for to start the game losing, giving advantage to the opponent after, I don't know, 2 minutes. In a very strange action, we are in possession, we are in control, and suddenly we are defending a side free kick for no reason. In set pieces, the games are equal. Usually, it's a opportunity for the opponent for free to try to capitalize, and they did capitalize, and they did it. Again, 2 mistakes in a row in the marking, and they managed to put the ball in the net. We tried to react after the goal. I think we did it. We create more than enough to equalize the game, and we have a clear action to equalize actually. And from the 1-1, we moved to the second goal of Cape Town Spurs, and with a 2-0, the challenge becomes even much more difficult. But I think we finished the first half really well, with the opponent very exposed and with problems to manage to stop us close to the box. Due to that, we managed to reduce the distance with our goal. And in the second half, we try our best. The second half was not really fluid. Obviously, the team who is leading tried to interrupt and stop the game as much as possible. They have to keep that advantage. But anyway, I think even though in the end we were a bit disorganized and a bit chaotic, looking for at least 1 point, but I think that overall during the 90 minutes we create more than enough. But it doesn't matter. You cannot pretend to win the 3 points away, starting the game losing 1-0 after 1 minute in a lack of concentration, and then giving even more advantage to the opponent. So congratulations to Cape Town Spurs. I think it's the first victory this season, so I hope this is not the last one, and they can move from the place where they are. I think they work very well today, and this is football.
Coach, is it fair to say your side has struggled to translate the cup competitions form into the league? If yes, why is that so?
Today we experienced something different than in the recent games, which is be us, the ones who are chasing one goal. We don't used to concede those opportunities. It's true that in the last game we conceded a couple of transitions early in the game against Polokwane City, but today I think the feeling in the first minutes was different. What we do in the cup games is exactly the same. We don't change the way of playing or our intentions. But it's true that for whatever reason, we're finding more frequent the goal. Today, trust me, I'm not going to be happy even with a good result, because it's a problem to start the games the way we did it. But we create more than enough to at least get a point in the worst scenario, in my opinion. But like I said many times, football is a scoring game. It's not almost a scoring game. You get nothing with the possession, you get nothing with the attempts, you get nothing with the entrances to the box if you don't put the ball in the net. And in the recent times, we are struggling to do the last thing, and that's why we are not collecting points. The opponent did it twice today, so there's not much to discuss.
Coach, obviously not something that's not in your control, but is it frustrating to play, 4 league games in a 2-month period almost, while you're jumping from competition to competition? Is it hard to to build that momentum?
It's a good question, but if I'm honest with my answer, probably it's gonna sound like excuse, and I don't want to talk about it after a defeat like today because I don't really want to take,
Can I reword it then to say,
You can do
are
it.
you looking forward to actually having a good run of league games in a row?
Yeah, absolutely. It's for me, like I said many times, the league competition is the most important competition for all of us, and for a team of the caliber of Orlando Pirates, the league, it must be the main challenge, the main objective, the main obsession. And for whatever reason, there's never only one reason. There's always factorial. We didn't find the rhythm in this competition so far, but still early, still a lot of points to play, to fight. Now our next mission is in the Carling Cup. We go in Saturday to Richards Bay. We want, and we really need to qualify to the semifinals, and then continue with the league with two important games. It's gonna happen. This team is gonna find the momentum for sure. Today we have a difficult feeling to accept, but it's also a test for ourselves in this moment after the last three results that we are not happy about it. To be critic, to understand that we must and we can do the things much better. But no, don't doubt about this group because I can tell you they're gonna make it.
Kind of answer my question. Anyways, are you overly concerned by the league for taking into account that you have been very successful as like do you think, or is there a sense of understanding that your form is kind of a symptom of a developing squad?
Symptom of, sorry?
A developing squad.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a symptom of. I don't know. I know we used to do the analysis with the results. We all have always the temptation. It's the easy thing to do. You don't win, you are not informed. You win, even if you're playing, it's fine. Everything is all right when you win. We're looking good and we don't analyze so much. I think our last two games in Durban and at home against Polokwane City were, in my opinion, 2 or 3-0 performances for us, for Pirates. So, and I said the last week that I have the feeling that we are doing a lot of things very well, and we are really close to find that momentum. Not today. Like I said, it doesn't matter if we create a lot of chances. You cannot give the advantage that we gave to the opponent tonight. So it's true that if you check our first start 11 this season and you check our start 11 today or 3 days ago, there's a lot of changes. It's a fact. But again, I don't want to go deep with those things because it's gonna sound like, I'm making excuses today. And like I said, we lost because this defeat belongs to us, and we were not at the level that a game here in Cape Town, requires. So that's why.
Coach, you advocate you were not at the level that is expected of your team today. Would you attribute that to a certain point, to the fact that you were playing a team maybe that had not won in 8 games, so the players maybe expected an easier game, which we know is not the case in football?
I don't think so. We prepare the game as we do usually, like if we were preparing a final. We give respect to each and every opponent. Not the best beginning of the game, couple of accidents, and we concede 2 goals. Maybe if we don't concede, if the opponent is not accurate in the last touch, we probably little by little we will be ourselves. But we need to analyze the beginning of the game because, like I said, last week or 3 days ago, we talk about last week, but we are playing every 2-3 days. we concede chances also early in the game. I think Polokwane could easily get the lead in Orlando in the first minutes of the game. So what happened today is not exceptional, but today the opponent was accurate, and now we looks more, concerned about it. But there's nothing really new, and we need to work on it.
Coach, would you say the team misses the contribution of Relebohile, who has been doing very well?
We want everybody ready to play. We would like to have everybody ready to play and have all the possibilities. But at the same time, we miss nobody. I mean, and don't make a headline with this, please. We are a collective. We have quality enough. Today we play Salen, Lords, Karim Kimbwidi, Kermit Erasmus, Vincent Pule. So it's not about who is there on the field. We have more than enough. It's about, a lot of things that are not related with one or two individuals. I mean, I think it's not our case. Fortunately, it's not our case. But like I said, really, like everybody else, is an important player for us, and hopefully we can have more players available for the next time.
Coach, just away from the game, 8 players, if not more, in the national team. It's
9.
9. It's the preliminary squad, of course. But
yeah.
Are you in any way compelled to try and feature them more and play them more, just for their objectives and wanting to be part of the national team as well?
No, we are more than happy to find our players in international lists. Part of our job is to help our national team, South African national team, to get better, to develop players. We are a team that used to play with between 9 and 11 South African players, usually in the start 11. So that's probably also a consequence of that, the amount of players that we have in that list. But nothing is compulsory. I mean, I would like to see all of them in the final list, to have the opportunity to represent the country in a continental tournament. But that's all. I mean, in the end, we are Orlando Pirates. We are looking for our own interest to win games and to win trophies. And if the consequence of that is that the national team coaches, they are putting their eyes in our players, Namibia, Ghana, South Africa, hopefully Nigeria soon, that's also something that makes us feel very proud.
Could you speak about analyzing this book? This 90 minutes that you take forward to the final on
Every game is a different story, usually. Spurs play in a different way, for example, than in the last game in Orlando. The way that they defend our wings, our players outside, it was in a different way, with different names as well on the field. It's difficult to know. I can't to really know the intentions of Keita's Spurs, because they scored after 1 minute. So maybe that influenced also the approach for the rest of the game. We expect them to be more aggressive in the pressing, but it changed a bit. Or I don't know if it changed a bit or it was the plan, because like I said, they scored very early. And Richards Bay is different. They used to be more aggressive in 2 blocks. Like I said, you get lessons and learnings from each and every game, not about the opponents, more about ourselves. And like I said before, today and the last 10 days it's going to be a huge test for all of us to show how can I say, sorry about my English, which material are we made of, as a group, as a coaching staff, as as a players, we need to show that we're here for a reason, and that reason is to win more than lose. And in 2 days, we have the opportunity to change the situation. And sometimes you don't like to play every 2-3 days, but trust me that in this case, I would like to play tomorrow.